Yeah, thanks everyone for being on the Zoom. First, I wanted to thank our entire senior leadership team and our front office, especially people who were down here with the signing with us, Mike Elias, our general manager, and Eve Rosenbaum, our assistant GM. Also wanted to thank our entire international scouting department. Without our scouting boots on the ground, we would never have a chance to be able to sign the quality of players that we were able to get. People behind the scenes like Maria Arellano, who's in the office doing a lot of the back work that's not always recognized. So definitely wanted to let everyone know that Maria's work is super appreciated in our department. And that was it. So anything else? Any questions? I'm good to go.
All right. Thanks, Koby. We'll open it up with Dan Conley of The Athletic.
Koby, can you give us a sense of the whole Almeida situation? When you were on him, what you liked about him, why you decided to go with a $2.3 million deal, and how much that jersey to Dominican connection played in for you?
Yeah, so Luis is he likes to go by Aiden. That's his middle name. But Aiden's a kid that we first saw in a tournament in Mexico. And, you know, we were really excited about him when we saw him. And we were happy to know that he was going to move to the Dominican Republic or had already moved to the Dominican Republic. And obviously the Jersey connection, I think we knew some people in common just from the Jersey baseball circles. We did a lot of background work on his family. His dad, Hector, is a retired fireman, blue collar family. His mom, Angelina, is a professional banker. So we were real excited about the opportunity to get a kid that was from such a good family. And we think that, you know, his ability speaks for itself, but also the growing up in the US is a lot of the battles that our players internationally go through. And we think, you know, he's already got that system ready to go since, you know, he grew up in New Jersey most of his life.
Andy Koska, the Baltimore Banner.
Hey, Koby, when you compare, you know, this signing period compared to, you know, 1, 3, 4 years ago when you first joined, is it easier in any way? How has kind of the process evolved in convincing players of, you know, Aiden's caliber that the Orioles is the place to sign?
Yeah, I think it's important that a lot of the work to sign these players starts years ahead. And being that we're basically established with a staff, our Latin American supervisor, Geraldo Cabrera, has been watching these kids for years. And our scouts, you know, it's a little bit of babysitting. When we like a player, we just got to keep watching them and, you know, fencing off other suitors. So being that we've been here, this is my 5th year, we're able to see these future classes and start kind of lining them up, and gives us a good opportunity to get to know the families and them get to know us, and, you know, these players make their decision.
Nathan Ruiz, Baltimore Sun.
Hey, Koby, thanks for taking the time. Along those same lines, do you feel like you guys are still catching up in any way? Do you guys feel like you're right in the thick of things? Just where are you guys relative to this whole big picture operation?
I feel like we're in a good place now, and we're already working on next year's class. We have a target list of players that we really like, and we're getting to know. So it's a fluid scouting system, because it's a free agent market, and sometimes players all of a sudden do not become available. So, you know, we try to do the best that we can with the players that we are aware of and that we like. And that's why I call it a little bit of babysitting, just making sure that, you know, we're in the mix when the decisions to be made.
Rich Dubroff, BaltimoreBaseball.com.
Hey, Koby, because of Aiden's American background, do you think that he'll be able to start at a higher level than some of your other players here?
Yeah, so Aiden, he will spend some time in the USA this year. We also want to take it slow with Aiden. You know, we want to make sure that he is ready for whatever level. We don't want to rush him too much either. But, you know, I think it's tough to put a timeline on the kid's development. But he'll have a full opportunity to grow. And some kids are do it quickly. Other kids take a little more time. But Matt Blood and his player development staff can make the assessment of where Aiden will play for the best of his development and for him to go through our organization.
Andy Koska, Baltimore Banner.
Hey, obviously 27 guys signed today. Is that pretty much the end of the bonus pool that you guys have, or do you still have a little bit left to maybe make a couple additional here and there?
No, we have about $500,000 left in our bonus pool. We always like to keep a little bit when we can. Last year we tried, but Cesar Prieto popped up, so we spent it on him. So we always want to keep, roughly some money, because some of these kids come on late. Some kids just defect from these places. We always like to have a little bit on the reserve, just to make sure that we can play on some of these late bloomers or guys that pop up.
Dan Conley, The Athletic.
To clarify Andy's question 1 second, are you talking 5.2, 5.3? How much do you have a sense of exactly how much you spent on this group? And then I have another question as well.
It's somewhere around 5.3. I believe our pool is 5.8. So
Right.
That's kind of where we are.
Okay. And what does 2.3 million mean to you in a signing bonus, Koby, considering that, that you're continuing to set records for the Orioles franchise? The Orioles didn't come anywhere close to that 4 or 5 years ago. How significant is this signing in your mind?
I mean, I think it's super significant. Anytime we give people significant money like this, we got to check all the boxes and make sure that, we're doing it with the right kid and the right family, just to ensure that the kid can continue growing and progressing as a Major League Baseball player, which is our goal and the family's goal. And I think it's very personal to me, because it's the highest bonus that we've given out here. And it just says a lot to our faith and trust in this kid's ability, not only as a player, but as a person.
Nathan Ruiz, Baltimore Sun.
Koby, how do you feel about this pipeline as a whole, just for the state of the organization?
I feel real good about it. I mean, we've been at it here and signing kids, and they're starting to get up the line. A couple of the kids have gotten to high A already, and it takes time. It's like when you're growing a plant, you plant the seed, you can't see anything, and then once the flowers start blooming, it becomes real pretty and nice. And that's kind of where I feel that we're at, where the seed is starting to pop up and come up under the ground, and hopefully in the near future it'll be a nice big flower, and we'll feel really, really good about the work that's been done.
Dan Conley.
Koby, what is your updated timeline on the academy, and how much was that a pitch this time around for some of these guys?
Definitely. I mean, we have a whole video that we show the kids where they'll be and where the facilities that they'll be able to have when coming home or when they're playing in the league. They have facilities that they'll be equal to what we have in Florida. So we feel that it's definitely an advantage when we present that opportunity to these players. And we want to give everybody a fair shake to develop them as best as they can, and by having the best facilities really does that.
Just to follow up on the timeline.
Pardon me? I'm sorry.
To follow up on the timeline, you have a sense exactly when it's going to open or when you feel it may open? Is 2023?
Yeah, so I think we're going to have good news on that soon. I would say that, sometime this year it'll be open. Mike Elias, Steve Rosenbaum, they're down here today. We just toured the construction site today, and it's coming along nicely. So, hopefully we have some good news here shortly.
Andy Koska, the Baltimore Banner.
Hey, I just wanted to, quickly follow up about is it kind of an unusual thing for Koby, growing up in New Jersey, then moving to the DR, to kind of have a player that maybe was on, the domestic scouting radar to kind of switch over to the international side and have a chance to get him when he's 16 instead of 18 at high school?
Yeah, when we first saw him in Mexico, did our background work, it was he's a pretty interesting kid for his age group in the United States. And I know some publications ranked him very highly for his what would have been his high school class. So we were excited when he was eligible to sign as an international free agent, And, you know, we pounced at the opportunity. Again, his parents are from Paterson, New Jersey, place I'm very familiar with. And like I said, we had people in common who we knew. So I was able to do some background work on the family, and, you know, we're excited to have him. I think for him, you know, to move here was a good opportunity for us to get that type of caliber kid. And I'm sure there's some pretty disappointed college coaches in the US.